Let's make an art piece. Today I'm going to do planet with rings. First things first, I'm going to spray some black around a lid. Now we got ourselves a generalized outline of where we want our planet to be. Next, it's time to pick some colors. I just got a new color by color shot. It's called Scuba. I love this type of spray paint. Highly recommend. For my white, I got this one's called Head in the Clouds. Another one by Color Shot. And I'm going to use this Punk Pink by Iron Lac. Alright, I'm going to put our pink down. And we're going to do a nice light coat over the top with this white. I typically would just crumple up a piece of paper, but I folded this one like this so it'll give me a little bit different texture. Just put our paper down, give it a nice... Go ahead and peel this off. It's pretty cool looking. I come in and add a little bit of shading. I'm gonna do the same thing with my white. Nice light dusting for the white so it's not so thick. I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry for a little bit. Alright, let it dry. Come back. We're gonna recover it. We're gonna put some weight on it. Alright, got my rock here. Now I'm gonna spray black around the outside. Try not to go too heavy around here, or else it'll start pooling up. And then when you take off your cover, it's gonna have a big puddle of paint. Alright, I'm gonna move down a little bit. I think I'm gonna add some a mountain range in the background. Alright, so for a mountain range, I'm just gonna make some kind of jagged lines with my paint. Like that. I'm going to come in with some brown here. I'm also going to give it a little dash of purple. Adds a nice little effect. Now for mountain ranges, I like to use a plastic bag. We're just going to put it down. Give it a pat, pull it off, and then repeat. If your paint starts getting dry, just take a little bit of this clear coat, and that'll keep your paint wet. And when we're done, we'll get something like this. Then I'll go in later and touch it up, make it look a little nicer. I think now at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and add some water. I'm going to come in with my aqua blue and I'm going to start filling it in. And when you get closer to the top, you can always use a straight edge like this so you can cover it so you don't get too much overspray up top here. I'm going to review my planet. Bam. I'm going to try to add a bit of reflection. Come in with that pink, the same one that I used up here. I'm going to use a little bit of that white. And then I'm just going to use like my finger to blend it in. Come behind, clean it up a little bit. I'm going to come in with a little bit of a white mist just to give it a little bit more of a water highlight. Like that. I'm going to grab myself a little piece of cardboard and I'm going to start fixing my planets up. Make a little paint pad. I'm going to come in with my cardboard here. I'm going to get some on. And I'm just going to start going in and redefining my mountains like that. I'm going to come in with some white. I'm going to start adding some snow caps. Alright, this is what we got so far. I'm going to go ahead and let that all dry up. While we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to start making something for my planet ring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out like a little square. So now I got my a little square. And I'm going to see how big I want the thickness of the ring. Probably a little thinner than that. Trim it down a little bit. Kind of like that. Now I'm going to cut some notches out. Right up here. There we have ourselves a little ring tool. Next I'm going to start putting color down where I want my ring. About right here. I'm going to use some of this pistachio too. Like that. And now, much like you would do with a city line, I'm going to cover all of that in black. Add a little bit of clear coat just so it don't get all dried up on me. Now from here, I'm just going to start right at the edge of the planet. Draw a line out. And down. Like that. General on how to do a ring though. Some practice. This is like my first time really trying it with this, but practice makes perfect. Fix it up a little bit. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna show you how I'll go in and actually fix that mistake right there. Alright, let's go fix that little mistake that I made. So first, I'm gonna cover up my planet. The spots that I don't want it to get covered. And I'm just gonna start covering other things. Like the ring. I don't want that to get covered. You can use something like this, or you can use like a piece of cardboard to get a like that. Alright, so I sectioned a lot of it off. Now all I gotta do is take my black. Cover that back up. Start adding some spacey stuff here. A little bit of nebula cloud type of deals. It's like a nice light spritz of some kind of color. This is aromatherapy again by Color Shot. And from here, I'm just using my white, kind of spitting on some stars here. last little step here, I'm just taking this is an artist sponge, and I'm just gonna dab in some trees. Start with a darker green. I'm gonna come in with a little lighter green now. Lightly go over it. And here we have it. I like the way that came out.